Hello sim racers, welcome to Friday live stream, and tonight we're gonna do practice at Watkins Glen. As you may know from yesterday, or if you don't know, I will tell you right now. On Sunday we have an event. We are going to get interviewed by Grid Finder. You can find the podcast link on YouTube on the description of my video, and we're gonna do Sunday night at 9 o'clock, I think, Central European time, the first part of the interview, and then I'm gonna be racing in their community for a race at Watkins Glen that you guys voted to pick the circuit. You also voted in my community on what car to pick, so tonight we will be practicing the Lambo and hope for the best. So, alright, so how are you guys doing on the chat? All good? Let me see how you're doing, guys. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a look and see how they have configured the server. Now, we wanted to start a practice session on their server, but unfortunately, professional YouTuber, I didn't made it to register myself on their server, so they had to launch it again, and we will have to wait for an hour or so for their server to launch again with the circuit configuration and everything. But it's okay. In the meantime, we can pick the car, check the conditions on the server, do some similar conditions, and start some practice. All right, how you doing, guys? Can see already so many people connected. Fantastic. Thanks for joining. And nice. By the way, they just gave me also the link to simracing.gp. So if any of you guys want to join the server, you can find all the information needed in simracing.gp for Grid Finder community. I just posted it on the chat. Hello everybody. All right, so meanwhile, while we're waiting, let's go and configure. So I can see here they are using 26 degrees ambient, so let me put this, it's practically the same, so 27, and they are running at 3 o'clock, so it's gonna be a little bit hotter, I guess. Let me double check. Where is it? Pop. Yeah, that's okay. We will leave it as it is. So let's go in game and pick the wonderful Lamborghini Huracan with the great livery. Damn, I really like this livery. And actually, let me check. I think I was born in Athens. I think my son is still, yeah, Achille Vasilakos, so that's not. Well, I have to change this because he's racing nowadays. All right, so let me change this. Good, ready to go. And let's go in. John Smith. Okay, let's pick our setup from yesterday. It's much hotter, so we are going to need to lower quite a bit the pressure. So let's go down by 5 and 2 here and 5. Okay, try like that and see what's going on. Yeah, relevant, yes. 3 languages. I ruined his stats. He's ruining my stats every time. Hey, hello, Kirill. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing good. As much as you can, of course. Alright, so how much time do we need here? Yeah, still 1 hour. Nah, I don't believe Mercedes is still for podium. Up. Alright, let's have a go.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Stay careful, Kirill. Oh my god, where am I going? Levy, how mate? How you doing? Yeah, same here. Way too hot. Oh, rain. New York, where we're a little bit too far away. I didn't notice any buffering, guys, so maybe you want to reload your YouTube. Gary, I will try to do some practice. And then I will do some laps on the Grid Finder server. I have posted in the chat the link. If you wanna join, the server will be up in an hour or so. Perfect simulation, yeah, absolutely, mate, absolutely. And let me try to link once again the server if you want to join, guys. Oh, it's so hot. We're gonna eat up the front tires. Gonna need some extra rotation on the car. Let's see if we can do a 45 with such a hot weather. Rob, there's not much you can do. Barcelona is really famous on destroying the outside left tires. Everybody's having the same issues. It's the track. That's why they do the test from Formula 1 there. You need to be careful with your driving. Try to have a setup that rotates so that you are burning not only your front left, but also your rear left, and hope for the best. In racing, sometimes it also pays, you know, to be more careful and only push when you think you can gain a position or something like that, not 100% pressure all the time. Yeah, the Italian Audi, the Italian Audi won. Let me check the password, and I will tell you if you can register. I've only watched a little bit of the Formula 1 second practice. Didn't have the opportunity to watch all of it. Okay, let's do a lap. Pressures are a little bit on the low side. No, you know, Barcelona Rob is extremely bad on the left tires, extremely bad. With any car, any series practically. Audi Guinea. Oh, I've lost it. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was terrifying actually. Okay, let's, even though I've lost it, let's give some extra rotation to the car if we can. So let's go a little bit higher on the rear and hope for the best. Something like this. Let me check if I can give the password. I'll ask the guys from Grid Racing. Box. Give me a second, guys, so I can ask. Yeah, you anger the car. That's true. And so the Lambo at some point says, "Oh, that's how you do it." Alright, so they are telling me I can give you everything, so this is it. Let me copy paste this. So this is the information, guys, if you want to join. It got the copy paste a little bit bad, so let me try again. Give me a second. Ow, come on. What the something like that. Possibly, maybe you can see it now. Hello, Acerglass. Antonio, yeah, Paul Ricard is also extremely bad in tire degradation. It has a very long, you know, bends, and the asphalt is abrasive, so yeah. All right, let's do another lap. Brown. What car is very close to GT3 lap times? What do you mean? strange. I raised the rear end of the car and I still don't feel the rotation. So maybe we will do something different. But first, let's heat up the tires and pressures. Okay, now it's coming together. A car that can find with GT3s is not really possible, except if you go into a track like maybe Monza and you pick a very fast car like the Ferrari Challenge or the Lamborghini Super Trofeo Evo 2, you won't be able to defend on the corners, but you will be able to defend yourself on the straights and maybe pass them again. It can get interesting, but you need to race with people that know what they're doing and they have patience, because you will just blast by them in the straights and then you will start braking like 50 meters before them, so they have to be patient and know what they're doing. Otherwise they will just hit you on the braking zones and it's gonna be messy. Yeah, the Ferrari Challenge can really be a pain in the ass to overtake with a GT3 at Monza. It's really hard. '69 Leaf Clover, thanks for the follow. Honey Badger, hey, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for your support. I cannot really read your comment right now. Let me have a look on the straights here. Far too kind, mate. Thank you so much. Really glad. Right, so the car rotates quite well in coast, but not so much in acceleration, so maybe we need to play a little bit with the bump stops at the rear. Yeah, also a bit too much on the coast. Hey Pete, thanks for the follow, buddy. .1. All right, pressures are still a little bit low, so we can possibly improve on that. Let's fix the pressures, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. I think is enough here, and then we need to do something over here. But before we do that, let's have a look at the chat. It's a challenge to overtake the challenge. Yes, Maurice. So, in Formula 1 they say the curbs are for slowing the cars down, so it's a deterrent to go over. don't listen too much to what the journalists are saying. It would be great for the journalists to start doing some sim racing. They would understand so much more things, but this generation will not, so we have to wait for the next generation of journalists of motorsport. Curbs are there, you know, to get advantage of them and go over them to make the corners larger. They are not there to slow down. They are there to delimit the limits of the width limits of the circuit. So yeah, don't. Obviously, how you approach a curb can slow you down, and you need to know which curb to get and which not. And a Formula 1 is also much lower than a GT3 car, so again, you need to understand how to approach it. But I mean, curbs cannot really slow you down. 361 Dark Knight. Well, rotating the car, the first and most important thing is obviously the aero balance. So if you raise a little bit the rear end or lower a little bit the front end, you move the aero balance to the front, and so you have more grip at the front, and that permits you to rotate the car more. Obviously, if you rotate the car way too much, you're gonna have issues with stability. It depends how comfortable you're feeling with. We have done a lot of videos about that, and also you will find on the channel playlist on what to do in order to change the setup. So by all means, have a research and you will find exactly what you need. Yeah, left side are feeling the heat. Thanks, Rob. Nibilski, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Welcome to the channel. Mellow, AC and ACC cannot have the same lap times. AC does not follow a BOP. It also has different tire compounds, soft, medium, hard, while ACC has just one compound, follows the exact BOP, balance of performance, with ballast and restrictors and everything of the series, which is different from circuit to circuit, car to car. So they will never have the same lap times. Usually AC is faster. Bjorn, we have talked about that. Think very, very short. Think at the rear wing as a stabilizer that makes your car less pitch sensitive. Okay. So even if you achieve the same front aero balance with a higher rear wing and with a lower rear wing, so depending on what you do with the ride heights, you can achieve pretty much the same aero balance, okay, with a low wing and with a high wing. The low wing, the car will always be more unstable in pitch. So when you are going from acceleration to coasting to braking, the car will move around more, even if it has the same aero balance in a steady state. Hi, Tort. All right, let's try to lower the rear bump stops here. Oops, too much probably. And also the bump stop rate to something low, something like that, and see what we can do. See if the car rotates under acceleration. Doesn't seem to whoop, that's interesting. It didn't seem to bounce a lot over that curb, which was good. And let's heat up everything and see what happens. Yep, understeer. But tires are still too cold, so... Hey, Greenhead! Thanks, buddy. Very glad you like it. Yeah, you have to think of the rear wing as something that averages your downforce without being sensitive on pitch. On the contrary, the more pitch you have, the more downforce it generates, the wing, you know? While on the diffuser, the more pitch you have, the more it moves the downforce from the rear to the front. So yeah, the rear wing averages the downforce and makes the car more stable, even for more forward bias aero balance. Obviously, it's a compromise because you get a lot of drag and you have more understeer on acceleration. You know, it's a compromise. You need to find out how much less wing you can use and still be comfortable. And sometimes on some circuits you might want to use as much as possible. It all depends. Car feels better, but doesn't seem to be much faster, or at least I am not much faster yet. Too much traction control over there. Use a little bit of rotation in coasting on some turns. At least we have 45.9. We still have a lot to gain. Looking good. Come on. Ah, lost all the time there. Yeah, practice here starts giving some results. I can push more. 45.1 with much hotter weather. So we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Looking good. All right, let's see what we can do. So we have a medium wing. Now we could try a higher wing and see, you know, with maximum downforce if we gain some time, or we could try a lower wing and see if we gain time elsewhere. You see, Rob, I don't care about the temperature. I mean, what can you do? Temperature is 106. It's gonna bite me. What can you do? That's sorry. That's the only thing you can do is try to, you know, nurse it a little bit during the race, and that's it. It will happen to everybody. Hey Sky, thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate. Thank you guys. Your support is amazing those days. I love you. Really cool. Hello, Cray. Tell me again. All right. So what to do? Now we could use a little bit less preload, and we are 4.5. We could go up to 12 here. So we'll go up to 10. All right. And try to rotate the car even more. Let's see what it's going to do. Boki! Guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I have to, so next week I'll be traveling to Spa for the Spa 24 hours. I need to be there. What I want to do is, at the first occasion, there will be some of the other developers. I want to offer everybody a beer, and that is a beer offered by you guys, because you are supporting me every time. So at least one beer, I make sure we make a photo from it. And thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right, so here's the thing. When you are raising the rear wing, okay, we could, for example, put the same aero, front aero variation, so that we know that the car is pretty much balanced the same. But because we said before that the rear wing, higher rear wing, will make the car more stable, okay, anyway, especially in pitch, you could possibly go even farther at the front without having big issues when you're going into coasting and stuff like that. If we meet, no, unfortunately, Trucalo, this time I won't be going with the Miata to Spa, because we decided to go with you know, airplane trip, and this time I won't be able to go with the Miata, but I will be doing the trip on September. Biracunos. If we manage to meet up, guys, on Spa, because I know that many guys will be there, obviously beers and photos and everything, and lots of chit chat. I really wish to meet you all there. If you see me around and you are not sure, I know some people, I have seen them, you know, sometimes they are, you know, standing behind and they are not so sure. By all means, stop me, start chatting with me. I'll be very glad to meet you there, guys. All right, so let's have a go. Let's see if we can see our first 44. Ah, so hot. Cold everything. When it's cold, it's so nasty. So now we have more downforce, we have a more stable car that still rotates a lot, as you can see. The problem is, can I get advantage of it? Because, yeah, the car can go faster on the turns, but yes, but can I take advantage of the car? We'll see. Yeah, you can see already there, I wasn't so good. Or who's still safe? That's a very difficult discussion. I mean, some tracks and some turns will never be safe enough to race. Okay, racing is risky. By that, I don't mean that we shouldn't do anything for, you know, improving the safety. On the contrary, we should always try and seek how to improve the safety. But it won't be easy also to make perfectly safe every corner everywhere, okay? There will always be strange conditions. Maybe we should, you know, instead of trying to flat out the tracks and put everywhere asphalt over the limits and so on, maybe we should try to put more electronic warnings to help the drivers understand the situation they're going into. Because, you know, marshals are heroes and everything, but you cannot always watch where the marshals are and what they are telling to you, because you need still to look at where you're going, you know, on the limit. So maybe we could have more, I don't know, head-up displays on the cars, or spotters, automatic spotters that tell you, you know what, you are in the middle of Aarhus, and in front of you a very big crash just happened, and you need to go left or right, you know, with some kind of radar, head-up display or something like that. The technology is there. We could think something more, you know, useful for this kind of conditions. And obviously, you know, it's easy to speculate about it. It's completely different to actually implement and do something. Hello, Mighty A. That's fine. Hey, how I lose time on the straight line now, of course. And I've lost it. pressures are high now. Because obviously more downforce means that you also put more stress on the tires, so you need to readjust your pressures. Come on, 45 flat. I wanted to see the 44. 45 flat. Okay, a little bit faster. Better? I don't know. The pressures were higher, so maybe you can gain there something. Honestly, maybe I would go to a compromise here. But again, I mean, it was 8, now it's 10. It's not that big a deal. What Rob asks, what the maximum temperature for the tires? I think they blow up at around 350, if that's what you mean. If you mean what's the maximum to go for grip, there's no clear answer. Depends. I think Rob, you are still too much focused to numbers. Drive, don't focus on numbers. This is not like, you know, old generation simulators that you need to have some specific number to be able to have the perfect performance from the car. Just, you know, drive the thing. Yeah. All right, so what should we do? What should we do? Honestly, well, let's see how we eat the tires as well. Not that bad. I thought it would be worse. Not that bad. Yeah. So there is not a big imbalance between front and rear. Let's go with a bit softer bump stop here. We should save this. So Lambo. Yeah. What is that? Come on. 30 T38. 00. I will call this 3 because I want to call 2 the other one I had, which was not bad at all, with the 8 here, or something like this, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it was something around that. So let's save this and call it 02 so we have an idea of what we're doing. Okay, and load again the 03. Alright, we have 15 minutes to go for the race, so alright, let's see what we can do with you know what, this circuit doesn't really have very, except the bus stop, everything else is a long sweep. So I will try to go with a softer setup and see what we can do. I think it's too much, but let's pull it like this. Let's see what we can do. Hey Tom, welcome to the channel. It does have some influence. On the low rank, it can also affect front rear balance, which is something you can use on your advantage. Hello, Maxwell. Whoa, cold tires. Need to stay careful here with the cold tires. I mean, the numbers are important if you are on the top 1% of people, you know, and you're doing amazing lap times. So at that point, yes, numbers are important. If you are like me or even a little bit faster than me, honestly. If you're slower than me, then, I mean, what are we talking about? Feeling and balance is the most important thing. I forgot to lower the tire pressures. That's okay. J Gold 69, nice. Welcome to the channel. I've lost the apex and time. I rotated a bit too much with the lower, with more bump stop range that we put. Some corners are better, some are worse, so I'm approaching again my limit now. Go down to 2. Traction control. Yeah, overdid it. Not good. Not really. There is a lot to be told about the sports setups, as you say. I don't like the car here. So that low bumps. So there's a lot to be told. Well, first of all, as in reality, if it works and gives you lap time, don't overthink it. Just use it, you know? That's one thing. Second of all, there are many very fast sport drivers that know about setups. And while they do follow some trends, they also do proper work. And you can see that on the setups. There are others that they are just very fast on their own. And as you know, guys, or on their level, the setup, they all have good setups. They all seek a lot of rotation from the car. And the setup doesn't really give them, you know, half a second differences. And I still think that some of the aliens just feel more confident to, you know, think that they have found an exploit and that just put max or minimum whatever slider it works for them, and it's, oh, I found the exploit, that's what I have to do, and everybody else follows. And then you find a different guy that doesn't do that anymore, but he won't tell, you know, the rest of the people, and he's still up to the top, and then they get to know that, and then they change their mind. It's all, you know, it's a cat trying to catch the tail and so on. So yes, of course, there's always exploits that we try to fix in order to, you know, get the physics even better. There is also some exploits that really, it's not like exploits. The ranges are there up to limits, and they are there because they are being used also. So yes and no. There are some things that I like, some other things that I don't like, some other things that I know because why they're happening, and some other things that they are happening and I'm like, you know what, probably you would go even faster if you didn't do that. So yeah. No, Dennis, it's not really faster everywhere. I mean, why don't they just lower the rear camber? The end result in terms of physics is similar, and they will give them rotation. And some people do not use completely max negative toe right now. You know. Then again, yes, I would love to have the max negative toe or max positive toe, whatever. I mean, they use max negative, but I would love having it destroy the inner part of the tire in terms of tire wear. I cannot do that yet because the core fixes do not permit me to do this, to implement this. So of course it is a problem. Hopefully in the future we can improve on that. So yeah. Tom, only very occasionally. Yes, but Dennis, have you tried a different, more logical solution? Because here's the thing. If you know that that thing gives you maximum rotation and you like the setup, okay, it's very easy for you and for everybody else to just put it to the max, the slider, and don't think about it, okay? And you have other things to play with. So you have already eliminated a factor. But that doesn't mean that you could be as fast or even faster with a different kind of approach, only that it would be much more complicated for you. So the problem right now is that this kind of setup doesn't give a big handicap on other things as it should be. It should do. So as I said, I would like to fix it. I cannot fix it for now. Let's go for the future. Ciao, Flicker Dogs. Let's see if the server is starting. No, still 10 minutes. That's fine. So, do I like this this setup? Not that much. It's a little bit bouncy. Well, obviously it's gonna be bouncy because let's try this approach again. Let's go back to as we were and see if we can fix something else. I mean, you know, put the toe at 0 and instead of maximum rear camber, use 2.8. See if it rotates. But, you know, it depends. It depends. I'm not saying that you're going to be faster, but you will see that the car rotates again. So it depends. Again, I repeat, I want to be very clear about that. Is this perfect like as it is? No, of course not. Absolutely. Lots of negative camber and toe should eat up the inner side of the wheel of the tire that touches the asphalt in the straights, and we don't get this kind of result right now in Assetto Corsa competition. We get it, but it is very tiny. The difference is very tiny in tire wear, because instead of getting the tire wear on just that part of the inner wheel, of the inner tire, it gets spread out as an average to the whole tire, which is wrong. Hopefully in the future we will be able to fix that, and that will mean that even you might think that this kind of setup is faster for you for a single lap, it will ruin your tires much faster, so it will give you a handicap for a race stint, and so slowly you won't be using it anymore. Fingers crossed, you know, it's always like that. It's steps towards more realism every time. Maxwell, yes, that's a possibility. I'll have to try it. No, Cray, I don't think this is gonna happen. What improvements I would like most to implement? I would like even faster refresh rate, at least for tires and dampers. Something like 1500 Hertz would be fantastic, or 2000 Hertz would be great. I would like even more things to tweak into our tire model. I won't get very technical into that. What else? There is some issues here and there, might be bugs that I would like to have the time to explore, you know, and just think about those. Yeah, those are the main things I would like. And then there are small details. I would like, for example, to give you a very simple example of a small detail, I would like a variable steering ratio. Many cars have less sensitive steering ratio in the first degrees while going straight, and then it ramps up to the proper steering ratio as soon as you go over, I don't know, 1-2 degrees, something like that. So small details, but you know, all that stuff. I don't think we're gonna see, you know, any user interface changes, in at least in the short term. Yeah, I mean, positive toe is nothing. It's a completely normal aspect. It's not, you know, oh my god, the devil. If they feel better with positive toe, it's something that they still use also in reality. But so, I mean, in reality, it's that the teams tend to use as less toe as possible all around to keep the tires, you know, in a good situation. All right, so guys, I will leave you for a moment. I will let you have a look at the replay, because nature calls and I need to go to the bathroom before, you know, starting the race, before going into the server. So have a look here and I'll be right back because too much water. am again. Hello. Welcome back. Oh, the new dumpers exploit. All right, yeah. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that. So, this is again all human psychology. All right. So what happens? They found a setting of the dampers which is specific, which means you bring a value and you put it to 0, okay? So you don't have to deal with it anymore. And they feel better. Fine. First of all, what 0 means? 0 doesn't mean you don't have any dampers anymore. It means the lower setting for that damper on that car, okay? And what medium means? It means whatever curve, because right now we have curves on the dampers. We don't have single values anymore. So they feel good with that kind of dampers. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And the problem is that for now this works, okay? And at some point they will find out that someone else is doing something different and won a race. And everybody, you know, will go and do the same exact thing because he won the race, so he was faster. So yeah, it works. On the other side, you have someone like Niels, for example, that we all know he's, you know, losing like hundreds of hours analyzing telemetry on a single car because that's what he enjoys to do and he's good at it. And he comes to me and he's like, well, you know, Aris, I found out that there is a little bit too much gap into the slow bump between 26 and 27. Do you think you can double verify and see if you might skip the, you know, a value there and maybe, you know, do a hotfix? And I'm like, all right, mate, I will double verify. This gives you an idea how people react. If you don't want to go into telemetry, and somebody told you, and you're already top driver, and some other top driver told you, oh, you know what, just put that in 0 and put that in the mid, and the car is perfect and I won. That's what you're gonna do. It eliminates a factor that you don't want to deal with. I mean, and then, you know, what's happened? Somebody wants extra clicks, do a video, new exploit on ACC. Ooh, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, also you need, Bjorn, for example, you need to remember that most of the cars have all-ins, which means that the settings are similar, you know, very similar. So, of course, on some cars, the settings will be similar in reaction. If they feel like that, so yeah. Marco, sì, sarebbe molto carino. Ragazzi, fatemi entrare, let me get into the server. Server should be up in a minute. Remove dampers. All right. Okay, so what's the name? Grid Finder. Okay, let's go. It's time for us to go to the multiplayer and find the server. Server list. Let's search for Grid Finder. Oh, here it is. Quota practice. Oh, so the server is still launching, so let's wait for that. Remove setups. Well, you can still drive the Porsche Cup. Monotone, we thought about that a lot of times. We don't think, you know, when you have so complex physics and the cars actually react pretty well and people, you know, have different driving styles. We thought that it's not the case anymore. You want, I mean, it's a simulator. The fixed setup, it doesn't really. Some cars have very limited setup choices. For example, Porsche Cup or I don't know, BMW M2 or whatever. You can always use that. Hey, Animon. Bye, guys. Bye, mate. Take care. Porca miseria, Jan. Porcazza la miseria, come ti sto vicino in questo momento. Anzi, non troppo vicino perché sudiamo ancora di più. Bye, mate. Bye, Andy. Let's have a refresh. No, server is still launching. Yeah. I have registered here. Server still not here. I have all. Cannot find the server yet. Yeah, sure. I don't. I think the server is launching, but maybe you can still try at least. Here's the details. Sorry about that. Let me fix it a little bit. Strangely enough, I cannot find the server. Why is that? Let's it should be grid finder. Let's find grid only. Got a sim grid, sim grid, swim race, grid finder, nothing else. Where's that? Grid finder, sim suddenly is Watkins Glen. Let's try to copy that here. No servers. Why we don't have any server here? Server is lunch. I am logged into simracing.gp. What's going on? Driver profile. I'm logged into the communities. I'm everywhere, and I'm also here. What's the problem? What should I do? Time left to register. I didn't saw that. Yeah, fumes from the Lambo. There's still plenty of places, guys, if you want to join for practice. Let me have a look. I think I have still. In the meantime, back to chatting. I think it's still in the back. Yeah, it shouldn't be in the back. So let's go back. Let's exit the game for a moment. Let's go back like that. All right, and now let's restart everything. There are not many things to say about the GT4 tire yet. Some fine-tuning, some corrections, especially in rolling resistance, so there's not much to say about it. But I am curious to see. I mean, the first initial response is quite positive, so that's a good thing. We'll see how it goes. And we still have like 5 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. Linda, I was on holidays, kinda. More than when it's safe, it needs to satisfy a couple of parameters from me. I need to get the green light to also do a bigger fix, maybe later this year. I need to make sure that I'm not going to make damages to esport events that they are happening, stuff like that. So it will need a little bit of time. We'll see. I don't know what to tell you yet. Most of the most of the safe setups are from the homologation papers, which is the normal setup that the car comes with, which means that it's safe to not kill you when you go for the first time on the track. And if it's not so safe, we're gonna make it a little bit safer, because it also needs to suit people with joypads, keyboards, mouses, starting with the sim racing hobby and so on. Many of the aggressive setups are based on real setups, and for the cars that we didn't have, or for the car track combination that we didn't have this kind of setups, they are based on our experience of what an aggressive setup should be, and interpolated, let's say, to a different car, or whatever the car really wants. Even the aggressive setup are not so aggressive. They are still setups that can be driven by pretty much everywhere. They are not so optimized, because we also want people, to because it's part of the game, to tweak a little bit the setups. So again, the aggressive setup is a pretty good setup. You can do some amazing lap times, but obviously they are not perfectly optimized, neither for the driving style of everybody or for the performance of the car or whatever. But they're getting closer there. Yeah, we need more aggressive setup, that's true. Honey Badger, thank you so much, buddy. Thanks again for the support before. That's very nice. That's very nice to hear. Thank you. I have tried some setup from Coach Dave. Not all of them. Not. I mean, they seem to me logical setups. Pretty good. So, okay, fine. See if we can see any different questions that I've missed. A little bit of patience, guys. We are waiting for the server to launch. You still are in time. We have 3 minutes if you want to join. Τζαζάω, appena risposto. Αριστότελης Νταλτζαρντιέ της Κώσαβες. Ναι, Χρήστο, αυτός. Γεια σου πατρίδα. Well, you can always have a problem, or a typo or whatever. It happens, Daniel. Ευχαριστώ, Χρήστο. Καλώς το στο κανάλι. Hey, Racing Sim Tools. Thanks, buddy. Oh my god, Andimon! Are you Andimon from the Andimon Plays YouTube channel? Can I blame you? Because always blame Andy, guys. Leonardo Barbosa. I know you. I am the human first feedback bot. 1 minute to go, guys. Bit of patience, but we're getting there. I don't know how many people are participating. Probably not too much. Yeah, just 9 people. So, but it's practice. You know, we're gonna do some practice on the server, so we'll get to see how it is. The weather is, and then we'll see. Nico. Oh, it's Grid Finder. Actually, Grid Finder is a very interesting website. They're doing both sim racing and real racing track days. They try to find you where you can. I mean, you just go into the website from what I've seen, and you just put whatever is your availability, and they will, you know, ping you and show you what kind of track days are available in real time. Pretty nice stuff. All right, so let's find the server. It should be up in a minute. Yeah, of course, Rob. Absolutely. Wine and Watkins Glen. Sounds good. It's a practice server, so don't worry. Don't overthink it. Don't worry too much about it. Hey, Trucalo, nice. Nice. Cookie Lol and Brad, welcome to the channel, guys. Let me try here to copy. Not yet. Yeah, it's always very. I mean, the whole, you know, GT3 series is very relaxed in terms of passes and stuff like that. Server is launching now. Still nothing. Oh, Daniel, 6 hours. Best of luck, mate. Yeah. Still nothing. Hey Rob, no, I'm not a coder. I work with the coders. My job is to practically understand, get all the data for the car, whatever I can find either from the manufacturer, from my experience, or measure the data if I don't have any data from the manufacturer, so I can measure the cars. Then I get all the data and I input the data into our physics engine, which is scripts mainly. It's like modding, let's say, but goes a little bit further, because then every time we find something, a scientific paper or some extra information, or we found out a new feature that the car has, I'm going to talk with the coder, which is Fernando Barbarossa, responsible for the physics engine in terms of coding. And we will try to implement together the new future. And that's what we do. Oh yeah, Trucalo, absolutely. I mean, I love for this the SRO organization. They're really, I mean, Spa is a little bit more controlled because, you know, 24 hours. But again, I mean, after a while in the midnight, nobody controls anything. Here it is. Now we need also the password. Oops, and we also need let's also switch. We also need the car. Confirm. And the password here and connect. Yay, we've made it! Woohoo! Hey Brad, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. Very glad you like them. Okay, we have a little bit of people here, so we're gonna have some fun. Different cars already. Nice. So what is our setup here? Number 3. And I think we already... No, it's okay, it's cool. Yeah, everything is good. The race is 20 minutes, so we should start using fuel for 20 minutes. So something around 40, maybe. Hello, Rich, though. Alright, let's go do a couple of laps. Oh, a Nissan. Hi, Dyson. Hello, guys. Welcome to the channel. As usual, if you like what you see, push the like button, subscribe, you know, the usual stuff, or don't, no worries. But most importantly, if you like to join our Discord community, that might be a better thing to do. So, in the description of the video, as usual, you will find all the links. We have a great Discord community, lots of spam, lots of memes. But most importantly, we do easygoing races, and we welcome both very experienced racers and very unexperienced racers. Accidents will happen, and what we do is we try to analyze them after the races and try to improve all of us, both who was at fault and also who wasn't at fault, but how maybe in the future can put himself in a better position so that he can avoid an accident anyway. Also, bonus of our community, if you join our community, then you get all the rights to blame Andy, our administrator of the server and moderator. For anything that goes wrong, you can always blame Andy, and you can even blame him even more if you go into his channel, Andy Moon Plays, where he is broadcasting our races. But even if nothing goes wrong and everything is perfect, again, blame Andy. It's what we do. Works very nicely. The server has started, so maybe you cannot get in right now, or if you have already registered, you need to stay registered and logged into simracing.gp and then go into the server, Daniel. By the way, I just went into the server. I haven't even had a look on the temperature. Ah, it's okay, it's the same, so we're good. Also, yeah, the car is also. Andimon quits. Blame Andy because he's quitting. You don't love me anymore? Oh, come on. It's not me, it's you, Michele. Oh, I won't be stopping you if you open the zine. Oh, come on, Rob. You're making me blush, come on. I don't know much about programming. I mean, I understand code up to a point, but I don't know much, unfortunately. This is one of the things that I will never forgive myself. I should have learned coding. Not that I cannot do now, but it's something that you need to keep on practicing, you know, and unfortunately I don't find the time to do it properly now. Car rotates a little bit too much. Yeah. Oh. Ah, yes, always, Bjork, always. I'm always leaning. Not as much as Darking, but close enough. Too much rotation, strangely enough. Maybe there is some wind. Nah, not really. Oop. Let's try a lap.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh my god. No, I don't like this. Every time I'm over there. Oof. My god. Jesus. Let's move out of the way. That was hard. And that is something that shouldn't happen during the race. So I think we had the yeah, we put this in 2 and I don't like it. Not good. GT3 is sensitive to white gas. Yeah, well, they are actually. What should we do? I won't do anything for now. I'll just keep on driving. It's interesting though that we lowered the fuel and the car is a little bit lighter at the rear, so we probably should do a couple of, you know, tests with high fuel, low fuel, and see how the car reacts, because that's going to be an issue in the race. It's practice, so let's do this. So let's go here, let's put something like, I don't know, 100 fuel, and then we go over here and we put something like, yeah, something like that. I don't see a big difference, but there is some. And let's get the same tires as before, which is a little bit worn out. Let's go for a ride. Brad, are you into our Discord server? If you are and want to know a little bit of, you know, how much you can push something or not, you know, because it can happen, as you can see, go into our Discord server in general channel chat and type rules ? And you will get all the rules. It's quite helpful. You will see that how it works. Rob, actually no. I'm not, you know, I don't want, you know, to make you feel better or not. Many times life is, you know, it's opportunity and luck. Sometimes, you know, find yourself to the correct place at the correct time. It's all you need. Okay, and I was lucky, honestly. The main difference is that although I do work a lot of hours and whatever, you are sweating like hell working, you know, in a situation that you might like, you might not like, or it might be different for you. And I have the luck to do my passion the work. So it's not always, you know, the talent and knowledge. If you are passionate about something, you learn, you get better. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where an opportunity, you know, hits and you can grab it. Sometimes, even if you are much better, the opportunity never comes. That's how the universe works, unfortunately, or fortunately, you know. Tofini, solo Lambo perché hanno scelto dalla community che devo guidare la Lambo, perciò stasera è domenica Lambo. Let me see, guys. So we might have the opportunity to see something live. Maybe you have a little bit of luck. Here it is. Here's our community here. Oh, Brad. Yeah. Hi, Brad. Yeah, just type rules, question mark. So you should be fine. All, you know, no spaces. Well done! One of us! We just rickrolled poor Brad. So Brad, now you know what we do in this community. We keep on... Sorry mate, but it was just perfect. It had to happen. So never be afraid to make jokes in our community. Don't worry about it. This is what we are. Poor Brad, sorry buddy, but that's what we do. All right, let's go back. All right, so the Audi did 1:45.5, so let's try. Oops, tires are cold. Let's go back. Set up, switch on, get the tires one again. We also testing low fuel. We can see how the car reacts. We're just stupid, guys. It's not you, it's us. But now you're one of us, so. Yeah, the car reacts. Lambo does Lambo things. Yeah, that's the best welcome in the channel ever. Live stream welcome. What more do you want? Also now you know what to do with newcomers next time. Yeah, absolutely, Bjorn. And shorter wheelbase as well. It's, you know, as usual, compromises. More agility, less stability. Damn. We have an issue here. Let's see if we can fix this. That's interesting. You see, that's why you have to try also in racing conditions. So with worn out tires and less fuel, the car raises up and you get problems. So what should we do? We could now obviously whatever we're gonna do, it's gonna be a compromise, because it means that with more fuel we're gonna have more issues. Good, another one. Who is it? AS Racers, welcome to the Discord, mate. Hey Vinci, how? Hi there. So we could go a little bit stiffer, and with stiffer springs and everything, the car will lose and gain less ride height when the fuel load is going to change. So that might be interesting. Benji, I'm not sure. Ah, yeah, you mean if it is yes, we have the qualifying and then we have. So let's have a look on. Whoa. Stiff car. All right, let's see if the logic is correct and how much time we're gonna lose eventually. Because obviously with stiffer springs, the car will be less low at the straight, so we're gonna lose a little bit, but maybe not too much. Still rotates quite well. Actually, I mean, usually I like a stiffer car, so I like it. I don't know if it's gonna be faster though. Probably it's gonna be worse. But I do like it. Hey, Honey Badger, that's good. I hope you had fun.
Slow car ahead.
I mean, at some point you always have to try, right? Ah, ACC Racers, well done. Bravo, bravo. Ci sta, ci sta. Hey Alfonso, welcome to the channel. went in a little bit too hot. Hey, my legs are shaking with excitement still at every important race, so that's the nice thing about sim racing. It feels real, right? Oh, come on, Aris. I think I'm braking way too late for the... That's a driver error. That's not a car error. That's a driver error. I'm just doing stupid things. Right, so this is interesting. With a stiffer setup, cars react better. So we could probably use it. 3 minutes. Should I do a qualifying lap maybe? With a qualifying lap, I could use this softer setup. Yeah. 3 minutes. Let's see if we can do a couple of laps. Yeah, usually Colombian. I use a mix of a little bit of Java and like 6 grams Java and 12 grams Colombia.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Sorry, 8. Back to coffee again, yeah. Very seriously. The problem, as usual, is the more seriously you get these things, the more dissatisfied you are. And change the grind, and change that, and change this. No, it depends on the brand. Now I'm using coffee brewer of company here, local one, and I get the coffee from there, and I found out that this is, I'm trying to dial it in, and I found out that I like this kind of proportion for my machine, for my espresso machine and my grinder. Two decimal points. It's 6.5 Java and around 8 of Colombian. Yeah, I know. I'm ashamed of myself, yes. Whew.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. Session is now.
That's a lap.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Hey, P1, but we now have the qualifying. It's haven't gone long, yeah. Takes some investment of time, the Lambo, because it's not easy to push. But I think it's fast now. No, I don't think the Lambo is slow. 44.9. I can do it, not so easy. Actually, we could raise it a bit here. Let's save this as qualifying. So let's save this as cool. Oh, come on.
Green light.
Fuck's sake. So, did I raise this? I don't remember. So cool. And save it. That's true. You have too much work with this kind of machines. Because I just drink, you know, one coffee or maybe two a day. I take it like, you know, break of my day. So I just stay there, you know, for 10 minutes, do this, do that. I like the whole thing. Maybe I watch a YouTube video in the meantime, and that's it. I don't know, Larry. It's the first time I'm going here with this car and pushing properly. No, Alex, I don't think it's slow anymore. The Lambo is quite a competitive car now. I have now Sad's Bambino Express, I think. I don't remember. You know that right now that I'm saying, I don't remember exactly. Let me double check. No, the Sadze Barista Express. Sorry, Sadze Barista Express. That's the one. Quite good. Thanks, Benji. Yeah, I've heard about that too. Mocha is a fantastic. Mocha is, yes, you might not get the creme or whatever, but Mocha can really give you a very good quality coffee. You put good coffee in it, and it gets out a very, very good coffee. So Mocha, highly approved and highly, how you say, advised. Yeah, the compressor is electric on those cars, and it kicks every once in a while depending on how much gear changes you do. It's actually physically implemented inside the Sottocorsa competition. It's not just an effect, it's physically implemented on when it kicks in. It's cool stuff. Mika, no, I honestly, I cannot justify the cost of something like the Marzocco. I cannot justify the cost, and my wife will probably kill me. So I'm already spending too much money on cars, so I'm not that high level. But I tried my best with the Sadze one. Ah, Tom. Yeah, mate. Sometimes the shit is impressive, but it's okay. Mocha is, I think, the best value for money for making coffee. It's amazing with how low cost Mocha you can do very good coffee. Yeah, it's exactly, Rob. It's therapeutic. It's not like something that, okay, I need coffee now and I need it fast. No. Nice. Good car for everyday car. All right, 10 minutes qualifying. Should we do that? Or should we start from the back? Should we try? Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much, buddy. No, tazze, ma perché di solito rispondo a chiunque in italiano, non serve proprio fare una diretta dedicata, perciò se serve qualcosa molto volentieri e magari la persona non capisce molto l'inglese, rispondiamo in italiano, nessun problema. Coffee slaves, that's true, that's true. Yeah, exactly. I also have, you know, issues dialing in the 9 bars of pressure and the correct grind and all that stuff. Luckily, I found out that, you know, I'm not dependent. I mean, maybe the first day if I don't drink coffee, I'm a little bit, you know, sleepy, but then I don't care. If I don't drink coffee for a week or 2 weeks, I don't care about it. Assetto coffee competizione. That's nice. That's nice. All right, 8 minutes, 45 flat. Let's see what we can do. It would be also nice to, you know, stop the car and make the chicane.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Alright, let's focus a little bit. See what we can do. I've lost the apex again. Slow. Yeah. Not a good lap. I would be surprised if it's anything like 45 lows, but I don't think so.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
45.6. Not that bad for the errors I did. Ah, come on.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
I don't have enough fuel for this lap, but I just wanna see if I can gain a little bit on some places. I need a different approach. Alright, let's stop the car here and go back to the permits. 44.9, but I don't have the time to do it. But we can get there. Alright, so let's go with the race setup here, which was also a little bit, actually no, we are gonna get the qualifying and we're gonna make it stiffer like this, go up to 40 liters and then we'll see. no, I don't like overheating because so strong D ask if it's better to have the brakes blue or overcooled, or have them green and then go to some overheating. It's not good to have them completely blue if you can, but I also don't like overheating because when they overheat, it tends to have issues with the balance back and forth. So if it overheats the front, you're gonna get understeer, then it overheats the rear, you're gonna get oversteer, and vice versa. I mean the opposite, but I mean you understand what I mean. So I prefer to not overheat the tires. Very hot, by the way. It was hotter than before, the temperature. So let's go down here. No worries. Yeah, Luis, you have to be very careful because, as we said, the high rear wing keeps the car balanced, okay, an average downforce. If you don't use it, then the car, you might even have the same balance in the car, but the car will be more sensitive to changes of the pitch, of the aero wash, of all that stuff. Also, remember, the rear wing stays up a little bit away from the dirty air, so yes, you can. I won't say that we have nailed this in the simulation, but sometimes with some cars you can go up to 28, for example, and sometimes with some cars and some trucks again you can go down to 27.5. There are not big differences, but sometimes it pays. So we are going into race now. 31:40. Let's go down a little bit more. See what happens. Yes, Luis, brake ducts, the more open they are, the more drag they create and the less downforce you generate. The changes are minimal, you don't have big changes, but you can feel them if you go from one level to another, so they do make a difference. I don't know about that, Rob. I will have to double check. I'm not sure about that. Alright, so just stay like this and we'll see how it goes. I won't do any changes now. It's really hot, really hot. E Vito, non so se conosci tutta la maglietta. Questa non è Oasis la banda. Questa è Oasis of Oppo, Opposite Lock, you know? Oasis of Oppo. È una rotonda dove si può driftare. Perciò è un'oasi di controsterzo. 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Did I put fuel? Yes, I think so. Oh, it's a full rolling start. I hope the fuel lasts.
Stay in single file.
I was saying that Vito was saying that he likes the t-shirt, and I said that Oasis on the t-shirt is not because of the band, the musical band, but it's Oasis of Oppo, of Opposite Lock. It's a roundabout where you can, you know, counter steer. Yeah, and Nissan flashes the lights. Italian is relatively easy to read and understand. English-speaking people might have a little bit of problems because of the pronunciations, because, you know, the English language is full of strange pronunciations of vocals and stuff, while almost all other languages, I mean not all other, but many other languages, that's a vocal, that's how you pronounce it, that's it. But it's not that hard. It's hard with the grammar. But in order to learn it, I don't think it's that hard. Romanian and the Italian is very close, very close. There are two Greek race tracks. One is very small, close to Athens, and the other one is, I think, F3, homologated track at Ceres, which is closer to Saloniko. It's at the very north part of Greece. I think it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, track in the Balkans. Where's the guy going? Let's go! Oh, that's risky.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
All right, let's go. Easy the first time in here. McLaren behind me is aggressive. Ooh, went a little bit too far wide there. We're gonna get some slipstream. A bit of aero understeer over there at the entry of the apex. Nice, I love it. Pressures are coming up very nicely. I like how that Mercedes double-checked his brakes to warn me that he's about to brake.
Well done, mate. Trust the best.
Ooh, I've lost it. Fuck. Ah. We still don't have the consistency over there. It's a pity because we were close to the first two guys and they weren't going away. I was pretty comfortable, but when I'm pushing at the bus stop, I make mistakes. Hopefully until Sunday I will create some extra muscle memory and I will be more consistent over there. One on my tires. After that burst of dirt was terrible. Let's see if we can get closer. There he is. Oof. Ah, he's got Vinicius as well. That's a pity. Let's see if we can catch again the guys at the front. I think I'm catching. Ah. Come on, Aris. Concentrate. Come on. Come on, Aris, you can get them.
We are at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
I've lost the entry. Gonna get a penalty here. Somehow I saved it. But I also lost a lot of time. Whew. Do it good here. That's it. I think those guys were waiting for me. And now they're pushing again. Because now they're lapping again to 45 highs, and before they were lapping like 46 mids. So they're probably waiting for me to catch on. Whew. Sweating. Oh my god! I was watching the chat and reading it, just saw that Audi with the billboard inside the cockpit. Oh my god, that was really cold, bro.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
See if we can catch that Mercedes. Five minutes to go. So close. Yeah, I do lean a lot. It's just instinctive. I'm faster in this turn. Ah. Come on. Ah. He's pushing now. Ah, come on, Aris. Ah, I've lost it. Ah. Ooh. I might not have enough fuel to finish the race. I don't have enough fuel to finish the race, guys. Hot inside the turn, way too late to brake. I don't have enough fuel. Fuck. I have to abandon. I don't have enough fuel.
Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can. Fuel is running low. Prepare for box.
Let's see if we can do it. Hypermiling. Okay, we've made it, we've made it.
The leader has finished the race.
Yay! No fuel. Woohoo!
Excellent job, man. P2. Well managed.
Nice, nice, very nice. If this is the kind of race we're gonna be able to maintain on Sunday, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Ah, that was nice. Who was the guy? Brew. Well done, mate. Well done. Great job. Also the Audi that had the massive accident. Let's have a look at the replay. Maybe good race, guys. Oops. Ah, that was nice. Let's have a look at the replay. I'm curious about what happened somewhere here. Ah, here we are. All right, so, oops, that's... So it's here. So poor Clay's. All right. Oh, look at that! Oh my